What's up, everybody? This is Robbie, and you are watching Geek Level Asian. I recently picked up the Legacy Blade Blaster and figured I would do an unboxing video. Here we go. So let's dive right in. I'm just gonna go ahead and open up the tape here. Give this a good slice. Bam. So here we go. We're gonna pull this out. Wow, very nice. Very nice. Looks like we've got some instructions, which is, you know, everybody's favorite part to a toy. Let's get rid of that, and let's get right to the Blade Blaster. So before I even open this, I do want to mention, right off the bat, I noticed some differences from my original Blade Blaster that I got when I was a kid. This one is the right color. It's supposed to be white. This one is black. I don't know why they did that. Very big mistake on the original design. So it doesn't look like much of a size difference, like looking at it this way, but it is a little bigger. Once I take it out, I'll compare the two, but it is a little bigger. So this, I don't think it's taped in. Let's just take that off. Don't need that. Okay. I'm going to take this whole plastic piece out. So let's just get rid of this egg crate looking thing. And let's take out the Blade Blaster out of this plastic prison that it's in. Wow, this thing is a lot heavier. Okay, yeah, so there is weight to this. It's also very precise. Like the handle here, I don't know how much the camera is capturing that, but the handle is really nice. Oh, this is not a sticker. That is not a sticker. That is plastic. That's molded plastic. That is different from the toy. You have all of these black lines, these black details that are not on the toy. So like right by the Tyrannosaurus eye, like that black piece, and all of those lines are not in the toy. The dents are there. I don't want to say dents. The engravings are there, but it's just not detailed. This has that pinkish red tip, and this one does not. And I don't know how to get the blade out. I'll figure that out in a moment, but I can already see inside. The blade is the right color. It's also a lot larger. The blade on the 90s toy is a joke. It doesn't even come out all the way. It looks really silly. I will show you that in a moment. So I'm guessing this thing already has batteries in it. Let's turn this on. Awesome. Yes, it does have batteries. Okay, so let's hear a blast. Definitely a lot cooler than the original toy. It actually sounds like, oh, okay. Why not? The sound on the original is very different. It sounds like a siren. That doesn't even make sense. I don't know why they did that, but yeah, so this sounds like an actual blast. So now that I've been holding this in my hands for a few moments, I do notice a few things. One, the handle is pretty thin, and two, most of the weight is distributed into the front of the blaster. So when you're holding it, the handle actually feels a little thin. Not a big deal. It's just interesting that it's so front heavy. And the other thing is that this blaster, you can't just close the handle. So for instance, if I want to close these two together, you can't just do that. There's a button over here, and you have to hold on to that button to close the blaster. And the other thing that's awesome is, just like on the show, there is a button now to open up the blade, which looks amazing. Check this out. I want to make sure I just get it in frame. That is amazing. That looks just like the show. They added details to the blade. The blade has the red on it. It's got the black lines on it. That looks amazing. I love that. And it's straight. That's the other thing. The original toy, the blade came out and it wasn't exactly straight. I'll show you what that looks like. It's actually kind of silly looking. So if I was to do this on the toy, you can just push this back. This just closes like that. And then if I wanted to take the blade out, you actually have to pull it out. There's no button for you to do that. And it's not straight. It's like a little, it just doesn't open all the way that it is. And it's rubber, and it's small. Look at that. Wait, let me turn this way. Look at this compared to this. So let's just take a moment to look at the difference between these two. Again, up top, you have your 90s Blade Blaster, which is pretty obvious. This is the Legacy. It's very different. The blade here, you could see how it doesn't open all the way. It looks kind of silly. It's not very long. This thing is just epic. It's the right length. It's straight, so it actually looks like a weapon. You've got the color highlights. You've got the black lines on here, like I mentioned earlier. Like I said, the barrel is the right color. This thing is just beautiful. It's one of the better Legacy items, in my opinion. This is not a sticker on this one. It is a sticker. But again, I'm gonna pick this up. Let's close the blade, right? I'm gonna hit this button so that I could take the handle back out. And that clicks. I don't know if I love that click, to be honest, but I don't know why they did that, but whatever. Let's push this forward. So now it's a blaster again. Let's open up this guy. Let me just put this down for a sec. Very gently. Very, very, very gently. This one I'm not as gentle with. I've had this since I was a child. So the interesting thing is that when I hold this in my hand, I want to test it, actually. The handle on, like I mentioned earlier, the handle on the Legacy Blaster is actually thinner than this. This is actually a little thicker in the hand, which for, you know, someone, I guess, my age, this actually kind of feels more balanced as a blaster. This one, again, the handle just feels very slim. You know, it's not a deal breaker by any means. This is a beautiful, beautiful toy. But yeah, just interesting that it's like that. You know, they probably had to do that for some specific reason. It's actually probably more like the show. So just going over the features one more time, there is a button to now change this from a blade to a blaster, so you have to tap on that. We have the button in here that actually extends the blade. All of the accents, the colors are all correct. The blade actually opens straight out, which is great. The sound effects are more realistic to a blaster. It actually sounds like a blaster. And then there's an explosion sound. If you hold on to this for 4 seconds, after the explosion, you get... There it is. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers theme song. The Legacy Morpher does that too. I'm not sure if the Dragon Dagger does it. It probably does. I've never opened my dagger before. But I don't really ever want the theme to play if I was playing with this. If I was a kid and I was playing with this, I don't know why I would want the theme to play. But yeah, I love this. This is absolutely beautiful. I'm so glad that I picked this up. I definitely waited a long time to buy it. But if you are interested in picking up the Blade Blaster and you're going to open it, this is a beautiful item. I want to just open it up to a blade one more time. So let's just use that button. Well, let's push this back. Use this button. Close it. Again, I don't know how I feel about the clicking. And then let's open up the blade. I want to do it so that you guys can see it. Bam! It even makes a noise when it does it. I didn't notice that the first time. But this, man, this is amazing. This looks just like the show. So that's it, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Geek Level Asian. If you do like this video and you'd like to see more like it, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on all the social media networks. I'm on pretty much all of them. Everything is at Geek Level Asian, and I will see you next time. May the power protect you.